Hey everybody, there has been quite a lot of drama this last week in the Evony world. And, you know, I don't want to get into that. I just don't. I mean, we're here to, learn stuff about Evony. That's the purpose of my channel. And, there's enough drama out there already to fill a Jerry Springer show. So I thought we'd get back to what we're here for. And in this video, I think what I'm going to do is one of the suggestions on my Discord. Somebody said, hey, you do all those general recommendation videos. Why don't you do it for the ones that Evony has recommended? So if you actually go to your wall, since they implemented the game guide and notice board and all that kind of stuff, there's a section where if you click in the game guide and you click instructions, they provide some recommended general combinations. And I thought it'd be a good idea. Let's go through that. Let's take a look at what Evony has recommended for each of the troop types. Some of them have two possibilities, some have only one. So let's take a look and I'll give my feedback, my ideas, my commentary, whatever you want to call it, for these combinations and whether they're feasible, whether they're good, that sort of thing. So let's start off here with the first one. We have the ground troop recommended combination for Ludwig. Now, Ludwig is a really good general. Like, he is super good. And the combination recommended here is Ludwig plus Alessandra. Alessandra is also an excellent, excellent general. And to be honest, like, this combination here that they've suggested is really strong. This is a very, very strong combination. And they do pair very nicely. You get huge bonuses to everything you do. However, the drawback is it's very, very premium oriented. To get Ludwig started up, it's going to be very costly. This is not even close to free to play. But if you do get this, like, this is a strong combination. This is easily an S tier combination for ground troops. This is also a really good segue to talk about spending, considering all the craziness that has been happening with pink gems and pack loaders and illegitimate methods of paying for Evony goods. They're not illegal, but they are certainly frowned upon. So if you are planning to spend and you are looking to buy stuff in Evony and make purchases, then do it the right way. Do it through a spender like Amazon, where you can buy Amazon coins and get big discounts the right way through an approved source, rather than through some shady backdoor dealer that's going to get you in trouble later, like some other people unfortunately did. This is, if not the best, it's very close to being the best. This is a really strong combination. So that is definitely a good combination that they've put here. Let's go to the second one, if the scrolling feature works. All right, so we got Ludwig and Trajan. Not bad. Ludwig is, like I said, super strong. He's an overpowered ground general. Trajan is somewhere around the top 10-ish, depending on how you quantify him. But in terms of his, he'd be used as an assistant. As an assistant here, we're not going to go through the specialties. So he might actually be pretty decent, because where Trajan falls short is really his ascension. And you're not going to be doing ascension for an assistant general. So if you just look at the specialty buffs and the primary skill that you get off of Trajan, it's not bad. I mean, it's something that can be used offensively and defensively. And he was a pretty decent general before Ascension. So that should be a fairly good combination, but you still have the same drawback. The same drawback being that you have to ascend Ludwig, which is a very, very hard task to do. If I feel like if you are premium, a high enough spender to obtain Ludwig and get that guy ascended, then there's no reason to be looking at Trajan as an assistant, because if you can do Ludwig, then there's no way, no chance that you won't have a better assistant general than Trajan. So it's kind of a weird combination. Like I could totally see a free-to-play version that's recommended where Trajan is the primary and then Ludwig or Alessandra or I don't know, somebody else that's the assistant. That would make sense as the second recommendation because, you know, free-to-play versus premium generals. But that's not the case here. Where the heck is Trajan anyway? I must have scrolled past. My game seems to be a little laggy here. I know he's in here somewhere. I don't know. I was going to look at the specialty, but not a big deal. Apparently my game doesn't want to cooperate today. But that's, I don't know. It's not a bad combination. It's just kind of a weird one sitting next to this. Like Ludwig Alessandra, way superior than the Trajan as the assistant. Like there's a big difference. And if you can get Ludwig and Ascend, there's no reason you couldn't get the Alessandra. So this one is, I don't know, a much weaker, redundant version. There's no reason to get that second combination. So that's kind of a weird one. All right, let's move on to the range troop recommendations. Interestingly enough, they put Electra as the, I'm saying that really weird, guys. I'm so tired. Like it's been a long week. But Electra as the primary. So Electra is a free-to-play general. You can get Electra in relics. I don't believe she's in the tavern quite yet, but you can get her through farming relics fairly easily. So you could ascend this general as a free-to-play player. And that's the only one in the list here that is free-to-play, actually. I mean, through all the recommendations. So that's interesting that they put Electra there. And there's other ways to get Electra as well. And then they have Princess Kaguya as the assistant. Now, some notes about this. Electra requires a dragon. You have to equip a dragon on Electra to use the primary skill that she has. And you have Princess Kaguya as the assistant general. And together, I believe they're adding this together. Range troop attack by 105, range troop HP by 35, and range troop defense by 40. I'm guessing that's just from the primary skills that they're adding up there. Or maybe they're including specialties. I don't know. That's not including Ascension for sure. But that's not a bad combo. I mean, Electra is fairly strong. She's top 5 overall, even though she is a free-to-play player. It does require a dragon, so that's one of the limitations there. And Kaguya is not bad as an assistant general. She's not the best. I would probably say that there are a couple other picks that might be superior if their skill books cross over, and I'm not going to go and do the background check for that, but some things that pop to mind, James Conrad would be superior. Charles the 12th would be superior. I know that Charles works for sure. Can't remember if James Conrad does, but I'm pretty sure that he would work as well. So those would be superior choices, but Princess Kaguya is not far behind. She's pretty decent. And as an assistant general, she would function very well there. So it's not a bad one. This is also not a bad combination at all. Electra and Thutmose III. So this is I would say it's weaker than Kaguya. And neither of these are the best selection for assistant, but they're good. They're very good as assistants. So there's nothing wrong with these selections. These are attainable, unlike the other one, unlike Ludwig. These are attainable for free-to-play players. You can get Electra and get a good assistant general to pair with her, and that will make a very good combo. So kudos to Evony for selecting this one because it does provide an avenue for free-to-play players to have a good ranged attacker. What I would like to see out of this is not just like recommended combination for one general, but possibly like recommended premium combination and then a recommended tavern general combination or something like that. That would be a little more beneficial because a lot of people will look at this and be like, oh, cool, Ludwig looks really good. And then it says, where does it say that amusing text? Oh yeah, you can go to Tavern, Recruit, Portraits to check how to get generals. So many players will look at this, oh, cool, this looks like a good combo because it's recommended by Evony, so let me go check. And then all it'll say there is not available in the tavern when you get there. It's like, okay, cool. So you told me to go check there to check how to get it, and it just says that I can't get it, which means you got to get it through packs or get lucky, that kind of thing. All right. Let's move on to mounted troops. We have Zhao Yun and George A. Custer. This is a fantastic combo. Zhao Yun is a very, very strong mounted general. Custer as well. This combination will be incredibly strong. There's only one pick, weirdly. There's 2 for ground, 2 for ranged, and then only 1 for mounted. But this is a very, very good combo and easily S tier as well. The Electras, I don't think I rated those, but that I'd probably say A tier, so pretty close to S tier. This one, maybe on the lower end of A, but still very, very good. Let's go over to Philip II. All right, so we got Philip II and Septimius Severus. Philip II, this is an interesting one because Philip II is more like a rally general. He's very good. I think he would still be like top 5, top 6, somewhere around there in terms of, his overall, in terms of like, his buffs and his, what do I want to call it? His utility because of the rally size increase and that sort of thing. But there are better premium generals for sure at this point. I mean, they just released a general, John Churchill, that is a superior version to Philip II. So this is not updated at all. And there's at least 4 other generals that are much superior in terms of buffs that they provide for siege. So not the best combo, not a bad one. Philip II is still a very strong general. I would think that Septimius Severus is actually stronger in terms of his buffs that he provides. So he might be better as the primary. But like I said, these, just like the other mounted and the ground recommendations, these are premium generals. They're not easily obtainable for free-to-play or low spenders. So, if you're going to go premium, you might as well go premium and choose good generals. Philip II used to be very good. But I mean, even when he used to be very good, he wasn't the top. He was very good utility-wise, but in terms of buffs, he wasn't the top. So if you are going to be premium and you're going to be coining enough to get the kind of copies of this general that you're going to require for Ascension, you might as well do it with one that is superior to Philip II. If you're looking for a rally size increase, you're going to want to go with John Churchill right now. And if you're just looking for better buffs, I mean, there's quite a few generals that are really good, that are superior to Philip II. And Septimius Severus as an assistant is probably one of the best assistants that you can get. So that's not a bad choice as the assistant. I think that's about it for this. That was interesting to look at these. I didn't really glance too much at these before in the past. I mean, they released it and they gave a couple recommended combinations and then they just let it sit. I was kind of hoping that they'd start updating things, right? But I guess that's why you guys have me to do these recommended combinations. All right, that's about it for this video. Let me quickly check if I'm missing a ton of bosses. That's your fault, guys. Look at all the bosses I'm missing. Oh, they're not that good. Ooh, getting that. No, I have to speed it. Because I want to get in that. Come on. I have to use a 50% speed. Wow, I got a lot of speeds now. Okay, that's it for this video. Hopefully it provided a little bit of a distraction from the Jerry Springer show that we have going on right now in the Evony world. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel.
If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Evony. I'll see you in the next video.